set an open course for the virgin sea, 'cause I've got to be free. Free to face the life that's ahead of me. On board, I'm the captain, so climb aboard. We'll search for tomorrow in every chord, and we'll what I'll try to get not guilty. My wants to date me, but edge was in my eyes. I have to choose between her and that super sexy guy, but I'm always gonna win and get a not guilty. Every time it'll be not guilty. Only not guilty, only not guilty, only motherfucking not guilty. Hey, I said I was gonna stream again. I mean, a couple things came up, but hey, I'm here. In fact, Skylar has been very neutral, and I might be streaming a third time tonight. We'll just have to see. But right now, we are continuing Phoenix Wright once again. Welcome to the jury, ladies and gentlemen. Mortis. Mortis, come be in my jury. Come here, cat. Be in my jury, 'cause I have no friends. Ah, you'll be fine. And, just to add to my schedule, tomorrow, I have to film a whole, like, a brand new show for the channel. So, just to recap, 3 videos today. We already had another REACTAHOLICS video last week. Not even last week. This week, earlier in the week. And we had several streams throughout this week. So right now we're doing a good job of getting constant content out, which was really our goal, but we also wanted more varied content, and that's what tomorrow is going to be. Alright, let's look at the chat before we get in there. I might not be around for that long. Oh, it's okay, Kristen. You've got a new show incoming? We have a couple new shows incoming. There you are, Mortis. We made a decision that we wanted to make the channel less focused on me and more focused on everybody. So the show I'm actually doing tomorrow isn't my own show, and that's all I'm at liberty to say right now. I am doing a show with somebody else. I won't say who. In fact, I'll give a little teaser. It is someone who has been featured in REACTAHOLICS before, but I won't say who. But with that, let's go ahead. I am kind of busy. But it's no big deal. I've also got a lot of lights stuff going on that I'm not super willing to talk about at the moment. Maybe in the future. But right now, let's just jump back into the game. So, last time, we had maybe our most, I guess, kind of cocky client in the form of a guy named Max. Well, his name is Maximilian something else. I think it's Galactica. But he's really just a southern dude. And instead, we did take the case, but we're sort of being hard on the dude. This might be the weirdest Phoenix Wright case yet. I know that we had a parrot as a witness once, but in this one, I've encountered a clown who has a mouth in his hat. A girl who I unintentionally gave a very thick Russian accent to, which I don't even know if I could do that voice again, but I'll try. And, a guy who's essentially the ventriloquist from Batman. Because he only talks through a dummy. Alright, with that, let's get right into it. Once again, I will be trying my best to do the voices, but as I said in my earlier streams, my throat is screwed up. So because of that, Mortis, stop eating my foot. Because of that, the voices may change. Like, I noticed I couldn't do Maya's how I usually do it, and I couldn't do... I mean, I think I did Gumshoe's a little, but I couldn't do the full Gumshoe. I have Lemonade beside me, so hopefully that will work. Mortis! Ah! He's on my face. Let go of the mic. You're a bad cat. You know that? You're a bad cat. Stop it, you little... Stop it. You know, you're freaking cute. I love you. Alright. Now get away from my face, because you can't be trusted with the mic. Go play with the fishbowl. Alrighty. So, it's not technical difficulties, it's feline difficulties. He's eating my hand now. December 29th, 9:43 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Shit. Good morning, Max. Shit. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Mortis, you are making this so complicated. I can't do the stream with one hand. I am now going to press the button on my controller with my nose. Don't worry. There won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Mortis, I will kick your ass. Nick. Max is really nervous. I can kinda do the Maya voice. Maybe my voice is getting better. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? Mortis, I am going to end you. You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. Mortis, you attack my foot, I swear to God, man. I swear to God. This ends now, Mortis. Quit it. I will kick your ass. And by kick his ass, I mean... I will pet him less. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you fly around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says, and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? Well, shit, didn't think of that. I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. We're not Peter Pan motherfuckers, bro. Shit, Nick? What's with that look in your eye? Is he considering it? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. They're giving Nick a lot more personality in this game. December 29th, 10 a.m. District Courtroom number 2. Aw, he didn't fly in. And now, the case of... Shit. Oh wait, that's Dick! They all said Dick! Dick. Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry, I just realized the defendant's name is Billy Bob Jones. So? Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't... Wait a minute. The judge has a wife? The judge has children? The judge fucks? The judge has had sex. The judge has had sex, or he adopted, but he probably had sex. Good for you, Judge. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Does Mortis like to use the mic as a scratching pole? No, he just likes to grab it and hold it. He doesn't, like, go at it or anything. Whenever you hear the mic moving when he's got it, that's me taking his paws off. He just likes to hold it. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is to our advantage. Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. You hear me? She must still be upset that happened last time. You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I'm not losing this case, motherfucker. Why, you ask? Because it is not the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be an arrogant and annoying dickhead, isn't it, Phoenix? Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. I'm not guilty at all, it's my client. By the way, I still think our client's kinda guilty. I mean, he very well could have did it. He had motive and everything. Me? Shit, guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry up and wrap up this waste of time. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick... Ah, God. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Get up here. No. Hi, it's me, Detective Gumshoe. There's something wrong with my voice today. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Mortis, what the hell are you doing? He keeps running at me as if he's gonna attack, and then he just sort of looks at me like I'm a cabbage. I'm not a cabbage. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, Detective. You may proceed with your testimony. As the cat eats my arm. Details of the event. I've got one hand now, and it's to press the X button. So I really hope we don't have to do any sort of evidence this round. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. Why not make Gumshoe sound like Patrick Star this whole time? I can't make him sound like... I don't think I can... Hi, SpongeBob. I can't really do a Patrick. Let's go jellyfishing. I can't do Patrick. Besides, a lot of these voices, I really hope... I actually hope to finish this chapter before my cold goes away, because I have a feeling that once my cold goes away, I can no longer do this voice. We will have to see. Mortis, dab it. Dab it. Dab it. Dab it. You're a bad kitty. You're a bad kitty. Mortis. Mortis. Just saying he's a bad kitty is doing nothing. I'm gonna flick his paw. Stab it. Stab it. Stab it. You'll stop playing with your cat. You're streaming. Mortis, usually you're so behaved when I stream. I mean, for the most part. This is where someone makes a compilation of every time Mortis has done something wrong on the stream. Meow. He's eating my chin. He's eating my chin. I hate you. I love you, but I hate you. Good boy. Alright. Cats are very mischievous. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. In the plaza. I don't know what this voice is, but we're going with it. The murder itself took place in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim's body. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. You shouldn't say that in court. Just say he was gone or passed away. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. We'll have to see. I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'm just hoping the cold doesn't go... Like, I could probably finish it tomorrow. We'll just have to see. I guess it depends on when I get up and shit. I mean, I had to do a show tomorrow, so we'll see. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report from the victim. The court accepts this evidence into the evidence. I don't know what I did there, but I'm gonna pretend it didn't happen and move on. Oh, shit. Autopsy report added to the current record. Russell's autopsy report. Time of death, 10:15 p.m. Cause of death, blunt force trauma to the back of the head. A blunt object. We gotta figure out what the object was. My bet's a coconut. Very well. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Details of the events. Mortis, stop attacking my phone. Oh, crap. Didn't mean to do that. Let me ask you about the snow. Was it cold? It was nearly a blizzard up there until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this. Theoretically, if someone knew they were leaving footprints, they could use snow to cover them up. Yeah? What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record already? Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on that night? We need to take a look at the court record already? Alright, let's take a look. Time and death, blunt force trauma, cheap ring. Yeah. Blizzard used to be my favorite gaming company. I'm sure a lot of people share that sentiment. Alright. Well, I don't know. I'm looking at everything. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, let's look at the crime photo. This is the only thing that has anything to do with snow. Alright, let's go for it. This evidence clearly reveals... Nope. Yep, that happened. Alright, well... let's keep pressing, I guess. The night of the crime, snow was falling. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Bo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and the victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. What you doing, kitty? What you doing? He's looking at my hand. I gotta focus. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Oh, the cheap one. Detective, you're welcome to file a police report on that monkey after these proceedings. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? This feels like it could be the one, because the autopsy talks about a time. Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room, tired from work. Then the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately? Huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? I do. It seems like they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage, and she's 16, so that's gross. The murder took place in the plaza, in front of the lodging house at 10:15. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. Oh, okay. Well, let's press this one first. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15. Sure, okay. Not a problem, pal. The cat is eating my knee and it tickles so much. We've got a witness out! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Stop it! Stop it! Alright. We'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how much the victim... how the victim met his end? Sorry, there's a hooker under this desk giving me some sweet blow. Giving me some sweet oral. The victim was found bent over a wooden box. I want to press the shit out of that one. A wooden box? That's right! The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? Okay, get off my knee. Get off my knee. It tickles and it's cute, but get off. It was rather strange in your neighborhood, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, the wooden box was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention, it was locked. Locked, you say? The wooden box. The victim was hunched over it. Oh, good. We got a piece of evidence. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. About the wooden box, about the lock, about its contents. Do you mind telling us what was inside the box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Cocaine. I always knew one of these fucking trials would be about cocaine. I should have known it would be about the one at the circus. A bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. Wait, it's salt? What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper. Well, it's filled with pepper. Pepper. Why in the world was it locked in such a huge box? There was only one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if that has some sort of specific meaning. Small seasoning bottle. Found inside the wooden box. The victim was hunched over it, but it only contains pepper. The cause of death was trauma, blah blah blah, vertebrae. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? Wait, you can't eat the fish. Stop thinking about it. The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it was something the perpetrator ran off with. Like a coconut. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the crime scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Oh. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. Oh, are we done? No present? Okay. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman... Oh, I thought we were getting the clown. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the Ventriloquist. I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well. Please state your name and occupation. Ventriloquist. I am employed as an operatic. Excuse me, bitch? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin.
That robe must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song.
Ah, shit, I gotta sing again?
Ahem. Me, 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 me. The world of law, exciting and daring, guilty or innocent, who is to say? Our corrupt world is the one that we're defending in. Jail or real life, it's all the same. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. What do you think?
Shit. It had a good rhythm. I just stole cats again. It's just lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge.
Shut up. Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have that sense to fix it. It's so ugly I just want to punch it in the face until it falls off. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star.
Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about... You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. What you witnessed.
Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, mean clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading toward the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could the punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away.
Yeah, this is definitely the weirdest case in this game so far. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene of the crime. You sure of that?
Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white rose on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high?
Okay. That's enough. I think we all get the picture. My nose is so weird. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown.
That's right, dress boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why's that? Here's absolute proof. A silk hat. This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. You know, it's been so long since I've done Edgeworth's voice. I don't even know if I can do it, Your Honor. I can still do it. It sounds a lot like Von Karma's voice, though. I guess Von Karma's voice is just a female version. Oh well, it works.
Ah. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene.
Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutory skills are unrivaled. Well done.
Thank you for stating the obvious. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's the boss again today.
Alright, let's look through his testimony. Once practice was over, blah blah blah. Once we got the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could he not? Isn't... Okay. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo?
That's right. And that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense, and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? No problem. There is no proof it was only Max. Ben only saw Max. Oh, that might upset Trillo if we say that. Oh, sorry about that. I needed to help open a bottle. I think this will upset Trillo. That's a bit strange, don't you think?
What's strange?
That you only saw Max. No, say that Ben only saw Max. It doesn't seem like you should have seen... It doesn't seem like you should have seen someone else as well? Oh, doesn't it? What were you going with this, Mr. Wright? I guess nowhere. I'm probably gonna lose health. Who do you suppose this witness could have seen? Oh. Oh, wait. Wait. In his testimony, he said it himself. He was with Russell.
Take that!
That's the victim. Hey, I got it. That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Ah! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he just as the witness stated at the scene of the crime? Ah! I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt the witness's testimony. Oh crap, I'm losing a point, aren't I? And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. I'm losing a point. Yeah, well, crap.
He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Trillo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he?
Yeah, it would. It would be the love triangle. Yeah, Phoenix figured it out too. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head.
Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know anymore. Once practice was over,
So that accomplished like nothing.
Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, clown.
Alright, let's press this.
The clown? Are you talking about Mo?
Welcome back, Mortis. I've seen you've finished playing with the dog and now want to attack me again. Oh, no, he's going back to the dog. The clown you're talking about, Mo?
Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic, I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to kneeling over for good.
Poor guy.
We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's the head of the pack.
I mean, that's what first place means. It means you're ahead of everybody else.
What is it, Morty?
Then what happened?
Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went to the plaza's entrance.
Alright, let's press this. Damn you, vile woman. When did I talk about a woman?
It's been a while since I've talked about a woman.
Why the plaza's entrance? Oh, you're talking about frickin' Von Karma, I get it.
To do some thinking, of course.
It was awfully cold that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea?
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teacher's a thunker? I wonder if that was intentional. At least my teachers always said I was.
That's when I saw Max heading towards the crime scene.
Are you sure it was really Max Galactica?
Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece get-up?
Snobby three-piece get-up?
Get the wax out of your ears, lawyer, nowadays.
Get your... Oh, he's saying...
Get the wax out of your ears, lawyers nowadays. You're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece get-up. Jeez, could you be any more dense all together now?
Oh!
Silk hat, cloak, white rose.
Mortis just jumped head first into my elbow, and I am concerned. I like how he got everybody in the courtroom to do...
Everybody, second verse, same as the first.
Silk hat, cloak with some white roses.
Thank ya.
Nick, I think you should put a bit more effort into preparing your questions. What do you want from me, you animal? As soon as I started coughing, he just sort of looked at me like, are you okay? and then went back to biting me when I was done.
Nick, I think you should... I already said that. He's the only one heading that way. How could he not be the punk killer?
Okay, hold on. I remember I picked one right off the bat. Okay, so one is this. I think we already pressed that. We already pressed that. We already pressed that. I don't think we pressed this. Okay. You saw Max and only Max. Oh, I think I did press that one already.
Jeez, you're persistent. You can ask all you want, my answers won't change. The only person I saw that night was Max Galactica. He really needs to improve his manners. You've heard what he has to say. Let him continue his testimony.
Oh, then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. This is the last thing I haven't pressed, I think. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene?
I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it?
I think it was around...
Ah, shit, fuck.
I'd say a bit after 1:30.
Ah, shit,
I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m. So you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you'd just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is...
Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather?
Well, maybe you were waiting for someone.
What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm on to something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting in the cold of the night for? In the dark of the night? It's gotta be Regina, right? Regina's the only one he cares about. Mo was in bed. These two were together. He doesn't know anyone else. It's gotta be Regina.
Take that!
Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina.
What the... Where?
He just blew up. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken?
Shit.
Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares who I was waiting for that night? That's what's important is what I saw. Don't forget it.
Wish Phoenix would go and get a different hairstyle. No, I like the pointy porcupine. I like the pointy porcupine look. Well, the puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Judge say what now? Alright. There is obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all the time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. He keeps losing his lamps. How's he getting those back? That does make sense. What did you just say?
The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
Objection!
However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else. Ah! There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I said tainer.
I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans. For real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina.
Ah! Pain! Don't volunteer things. Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time. And I mean the whole truth. And nothing but the truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Wanting to propose? That is strange. Very strange. The kind of strange that is ungodly strange. I'm gonna give this voice to a character later, too. I got this one. I don't know what it is, but I'll give it to someone. It's got a little bit of a Christopher Walken meets Sean Connery feel to it. I like it.
What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. But in case you're wondering, I am against it.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit.
More pain! Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of the silly proposal by a puppet. About the proposal.
Don't be so surprised that I was gonna propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her.
Probably the ring, right?
In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
Alrighty. You were going to propose, you. A filthy puppet. Sad, really, that our nation legalizes puppet laws. Oh, you're foolish. I guess you could say that this entire world is tangled in the strings of a marionette. I miss the good old days when puppet marriage was illegal.
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. Now I realize that all of you were saying it's wrong. Maybe you think I'm crazy. But one time or another, all the greatest minds were called crazy. Thomas Edison was called a wizard for making the light bulb. And god damn it, I'm gonna be called a freak for wanting to bang a human. But I'm gonna do it anyways, 'cause that is progress.
Amen to that, Trillo. Amen to that. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too.
Exactly.
His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright. I must look into myself and understand my biases, my prejudice, and put myself into check. As the homies once said, I shall check myself before I wreck myself. Please continue with your cross-examination.
What's with that sigh at the end?
About the proposal.
I got no strings, so I am free. There are no strings on me.
Huh. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina?
Of course, that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker game together. Though if she would have refused the marriage proposal, that would have been question number 2. Right, Ben?
Yes.
Got it. That's the truth. I even had something to give her.
This is where we talk about the ring. What was it exactly that you planned to give her?
You know exactly what I was gonna give her, you numbskull. The only thing is beauty.
Answer his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Tough crowd.
Yeah.
Mortis. What's wrong? You're such a weird little kitty. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francesca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. It's gonna hit us. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. Push on anyways. Pain does equal bad though, Phoenix. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historical moment. Oh, come on, Phoenix. Let's ride this train. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a... Ah! I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. I planned on giving the engagement ring to Regina. But if Francesca wants it...
This engagement ring? This evidence clearly... Uh-oh. How exactly does this... Uh-oh. Welp. That just happened. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. I planned on giving an engagement ring to Regina. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for a chance. Okay. So... Oh, you can actually see his lips move. I didn't notice that. Of course, I also had it in my pocket. Oh, wait, but we have... Wait. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her. Yeah, let's press this. Let's... Right here, we had the ring. There we go. Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? Lay down, you stupid cat! Stop playing with the crayon. Just sit down and let me love you. Don't grab the ball. Don't grab the mic. Don't grab the mic. Alright, bye.
What is it?
What is it? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double-team me now. Do you recognize this ring?
Ah, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief!
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still have it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here?
Arrgh! Arrgh! I be a pirate.
What is going on here?
That's... Ben, say something!
Don't put me on the... Ow! Crap! Spot like that, Trillo! Oh, shit! I found this in Money's room.
Money room? You mean a room they put money in? Like a vault? Heh, that filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him. I swear to God.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer it if you avoid slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey. In every sense of the word.
I see. Well then.
Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find, and gather them up. Should have named the monkey Manfred. Well, you are really on this Manfred thing. I mean, it's not a bad name for a monkey.
Shiny things?
Things that are shiny, like the treasure of a sunken pirate ship. Trollo scrub the deck and make it look shiny. When was this ring stolen from you, little dick? Well, I suppose it was that time. You know, that night. The night of the crime. What did you say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring must have, well, it could have been taken around that time.
Ooh, oh.
Ah! Yo! Oh!
Ben, what's with ya? Oh, shit, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has or has to do with what. Now, Trillo, back on the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted to anything. Not a thing. Not I, Mr. Trillo Quist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring, snatching the monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It was all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling with his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important thing. Prove an important thing? What point could that possibly prove? Ben doesn't exercise enough. Ben's testimony has a flaw. Doesn't matter if he exercises. There is a huge contradiction in the witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Well, then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Objection!
Oh, here it goes. Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dog face in trouble. He's not worth it. I saw him. No doubt about it. I saw the worthless liar.
Well then, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
I've told you so many times. You'd think you'd know my story's not changing.
But it is changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy. Stick boy? And I'm sure it will change some more. Yeah. Hold on.
Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it.
Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah.
We haven't been pressing the last statements. I usually prefer to do that.
I'll give you what that. I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. No way I could have mistaken someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
So that means that Mummy didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see, I'd say about...
I suppose it was 5 minutes, I think.
So the
Almost gave it to Francesca. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed. with your cross-examination. Witnessing Max. Ah, Mort! He, like, got his leg stuck in between my toes. It was weird. Alright, let's press the last one. I mean, all of them, like, you know, there are obviously questions with all of them. But I've always found that if you press the last one, usually it does something. Also, I want to talk more about the symbols anyways. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh?
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white rose. And the crowd goes wild.
Thank you very much.
Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you?
But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere.
Alright, well nothing happened when I pressed that. I agree, but we do have the proof to make something stick.
All we can do is try, right, Nick?
We've gotta have something that'll prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. I'll give you that I was waiting for Regina. Okay. Okay. So, but that doesn't change a thing. He showed up after I had been waiting there a few hours. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian on the scene. Alright, well let's go to this. You are 100% absolutely sure of what you just said.
I told ya, jeez. I'm 100% absolutely sure.
There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right? Alright, well that did nothing. I already pressed that one. You know what? I guess we're going backwards. I said good evening, he didn't even acknowledge my presence. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. Wasn't this the night he hit, like, friggin' Ben with a bottle?
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning, you say good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night.
Well, shit.
What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night.
I'm sorry, Trillo.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer it if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better.
Sorry, I almost died there.
There's gotta be something wrong. Oh. Nothing especially. Trillo's evening greeting been half of the comedy act. Trillo's evening greeting, I guess? Isn't that a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers? Are you really saying that? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a co-worker, I would understand.
Ow! That hurt!
Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about... Oh, we use...
Bluffing is everything in this world. But sure you already learned that one.
I guess I can give it a shot. Witness will resume his testimony. What about the bottle? Can we try the bottle? The bottle, not the brothel. Behold. Oh, it worked! Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ow!
Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first.
The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet with this lewd would just go up and say good evening to his rival. Are you saying this witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie, honestly, I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw? Didn't see anyone. Saw the defendant. He saw a different person? Yeah, he saw a different person dressed as Max. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. Someone who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person on the witness saw Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it. What in the world are you? Would the defense kindly explain who it was that Trillo saw that evening, then? Regina? This is the person that the witness... how about it, Mr. Quist? How about you stop asking... Yeah... Yeah, I got it wrong. Oh well. Uh-oh, now I've done it. You better rethink this line of questioning before I lose my patience with you. Well, the only other person it could have been was... Okay, if their thing is true, then Mo was in bed. So, Russell? Well, out of all of these,
These are the only two I think he'd give a good greeting to. He doesn't like Mo, and he doesn't like Max, so... I already tried Regina.
Take that!
Considering the ill temper of this witness, there is only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. I'm on your side, Judge. I thought it was Regina too. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. We just tried that. If it was Regina, Trollo would have given... Oh, yeah. Alright, Phoenix, you beat me there. Oh, yeah, I suppose you've got a point there.
It was Russell Barry, the victim himself, was it not?
Did she just help us? You're correct. It was indeed Russell Barry.
Shit, fuck.
The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Barry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct?
Shit.
Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Order, order! How do you respond to this?
Well, wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
Shouldn't do these shows with a cough, but I am. I think it's high time we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. It was was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster? One Mr. Russell Barry. The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols. Three symbols? Three symbols?
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You gotta remember them by now. Here we go again, everyone. All together now. Ow! Yes, we know. That has silk hat, cloak, and white roses.
Objection!
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's three symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Barry. What? Miss Von Conn.
Shit.
Do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well, Mortis.
He just rolled to me. If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally won a point on this one. Shit.
That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Uh-oh. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. To be continued. Alright guys, normally I would like to go a little longer, but I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and there might be another episode tonight. We'll just have to wait and see. But for now, I've been the Kneale. Thank you for being in my jury. I apologize that Mortis was being a little rambunctious, and as always, I'll see you next time.